Welcome to the checkup. I'm your host, Ashley Hogan. I'm a board certified nurse practitioner. I'm also a health and wellness expert and health and wellness coach. I have my spectacular co host here with me today. He is an entrepreneur. He's a handyman. He has the greenest grass in Dallas, Texas. I'm telling you. This man is known by his family as the person who can do anything. That's why he has 30,000, almost 30,000 followers and subscribers on YouTube under his moniker Black Guyver. So after you subscribe to this channel, I need you to hop over there to Black Guyver and subscribe to his channel so you can learn some things about remodeling and grass and all those things. He is my friend and he just so happens to be my father. Yes, my father. Y'all give it up for my co-host, Velton. Hi, Dad. That's my co-host.
See, I always want this to make it about me, and I want to make it about her, but we really trying to make it about you guys. Starting this journey here to get a message out, and we had several conversations throughout the years about men's health and my experience and what she's experienced as a nurse practitioner. I get to have a raw, uncut conversation with men. I used to be part of a club and I was a mentor and I was over plenty of men all the time. So I have an extensive interaction with men and uh, their health has been one of the things that has been a situation where we just didn't talk about. You know, we just learned about it when they were in the hospital. So this is something that my daughter and I, her being a nurse practitioner and her helping me get a hold to my health and get it under control, it has inspired her to become do this podcast.
That's good, Dad. And I was thinking about this too, because just even now, about 5 minutes ago, literally, somebody was like, "That's your dad?" And so, the other week we were at the restaurant
Oh,
and we ran into Vita Loca. Shout out to Vita Loca, who was on 97.9 The Beat. We were standing there and I was like, "All right, Dad, I see you." And she turned around and was like, "Dad, I thought that was your older brother, your dad." I'm like, "Yes, that's my dad." And so you talked about your health journey a little bit just right there about how you were able to get it under control. And I just want to tell you that it's like a total flex to be able to age backwards. That's a flex, man.
well,
So how
that's
do you
something.
feel? How do you feel about
I feel good. I'm not sure about the aging backwards. Maybe some stuff needs to stop popping when I move. But yeah, I mean, it just feels good to be more knowledgeable about my health. Being taking that health in consideration in everything I do is great.
hmm
I sit back and I think of guys, they watch football. It's football season
hmm
here, and so many guys, they know all the names of all the players, not just the NFL, but the college football players. They just know everything, every stat line and all that. And that is such an intensive amount of knowledge that
hmm
someone has. But they don't know what the A1C is. They don't know what the blood pressure is.
Mm.
They don't know any of this stuff about related to their health. But if you can put so much energy in something as simple as football, not to say
hmm
football is simple, but that's a lot of information that you can obtain just on a subject that really doesn't benefit you.
Mm.
Just spend a tenth of that time learning about your health, and then you will be not part of that statistic that shows that Black men, on average, die before they can get the full benefit of Social Security. That's crazy. That means we are dying, we are working for everyone else because we die before we can get the benefit.
Mm-mm-mm. That's good information. You saying that, that's a reason why too. I was just really passionate about doing the podcast. I'm raising two Black boys. I've got my husband. I work with my brother every day, and I got my dad. We live 5 miles from each other. We talk every day, and so I saw that there needs to be a conversation, but it doesn't need to always come from us women. Like we need to hear it from the men and from their perspective. And I'm reminded of you doing some of that advertising, doing the advertising for the clinic called Revo U. Revo U is a weight loss clinic that I have. And, Dad, you started doing advertising for me for it. And then we started having guys reaching out because you were talking about something, and that was blood pressure. So I had never had the amount of outreach just from the male gender. When we talk about weight loss and things like that, is usually something women, they're really into, they hop on board first. But when you started talking about it on your podcast, I started having men like reach out. Like we saw V's podcast about blood pressure and I need to do something about my blood pressure. And so that's how effective it is, like to have people speaking about it that actually are in your shoes or have been in your shoes. We actually had a guy, and we talked about this before. He was like, I don't care if you share my story or not, but you made a podcast about blood pressure, or you made an advertisement about blood pressure. And he said, in his own words, I started thinking about my blood pressure. It had been years since he had been to the doctor. And thank God, when he came, he was actually experiencing a heart attack. He was actually experiencing a heart attack. And thank God he was able to go to the hospital, get the treatment and stuff. But all of that kicked off based on that video you made about blood pressure. And he started thinking about it. And then lo and behold, just in the time where he's thinking about health, this happens. And so that kind of drives the passion, I guess, and the eagerness for this podcast. Because after that video, we really started talking about it more. And it was like, okay, we need to talk about this more. We need to do this more and get the word out, because you don't know where people are going to end up.
Yeah, I mean, with that being said, I saw him. He sent me a message saying that he's going to go and talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then my daughter telling me that, hey, he's experiencing something. I told him to go to the ER. And then the next post that he had on his Facebook page was a picture of him in the hospital in the ER. So he's literally was having a heart attack. So at that moment, I'm like, wow, that video probably saved someone's life, not just someone, a friend's life, just making that post. So why not, if that one video, that one person being saved, that's enough for me.
Yeah.
So we might get another one.
Yep. Just talking about it and just like understanding the numbers, that makes a difference. It's something I'm passionate about, like I said, and I know it's something you're passionate about. We're going to get into your story too. Like how you lost this weight. You talked about earlier about how, before when we were off camera, things that had transpired as you, because you really basically, Dad, are like an influencer. My dad has, I say he got 30,000 followers, subscriptions on YouTube, and I'm struggling with my little 2 over here. So my dad has cracked the code on this, but the influence, with that influence comes the ability like to share this information that could be life-changing. So happy we finally getting this done. I was gonna ask you, Dad, about the football game today. I didn't watch it. So just in case y'all don't know, we are in Dallas. This is Cowboy Nation.
Yes.
So I was gonna ask you 2 questions. Number 1, did they win today? Do you know?
No, they played Thursday.
Oh, they don't play today?
No, they don't play today. They
Oh,
play
man,
Thursday.
I thought they played today at 12 o'clock. I thought I saw that.
It was the first game, first game of the season. They lost to Philadelphia. Yeah.
Okay. All right. See, that's how much I know about it. But I was also going to ask you this too, because you've been my dad my whole life, obviously. But I don't know if you actually like the Cowboys. Do you like them? Because you've been making these posts and stuff, and I'm like, do he be what? I need to understand. Like, the people want to know.
I'm not a big fan of Jerry Jones, but I'm okay. I'll do all right with Cowboys.
Okay, not a big.
Like that.
He all right. He all right. I was thinking about that because the other day I saw a video of Michael Irvin, and he was talking about Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders right now was dealing with bladder cancer. Oh. He's dealing with bladder cancer, and so he had to get his whole bladder removed, and he's talking about all these things. Yeah, they had to make a bladder out of muscle from somewhere else. I don't know if they got it from his gut, but they made like a pouch to actually have his bladder. He has to go to the restroom and, go to the restroom every so hour, like on a schedule, or he even said it. He says this, like he'll have an incontinent episode. Oh, wow. And so during the time where Deion Sanders was getting drafted and stuff, he had stage 4 bladder cancer. Oh, wow. And he had an option to go through like 15 months of treatment or, just get the bladder out. He's like, man, just take it out. So here I am looking at, I knew about that, just following the health stuff, but I'm looking at Michael Irvin talk about, Deion Sanders talk about it. And Michael Irvin is saying on the video, look, what Deion Sanders saying is true. We don't get checked out. Like, we are, running around doing everything else, but we won't go get checked. And what Deion Sanders is saying is the truth. So I got that video real quick. I want you to watch this video, Dad, because I want your feedback. I have some questions for you after that. But we're going to play this, and hopefully we can get this stitched in with the video. But here's what Deion Sanders had to say.
Get yourself checked out, especially African American men. We don't like going to the doctors. We don't like nothing to do with a doctor. You know that. So I'm not just talking to the brothers. I'm talking to my Caucasian brothers, my Hispanic brothers, my Asian brothers, my everybody, and my sisters. And that's all, y'all. Get checked out.
Yeah. So, yeah, I saw that and I was like, Dad, I'm gonna show you that on the podcast, because there's so many different things that can be prevented if you just get checked out. That's why the name of this is the checkup, Cold Black. We need to talk about the stuff that, we need to get checked up on, not just as women, but as men, everything else. So, I thought I'd let you watch that and then just ask you, like, when you think about your own health journey, checkups and screenings and things like that, which ones do you feel were most important to you and why? That would be my question, but then also to get your immediate feedback from what you heard Deion Sanders say.
Yeah, we had a conversation on one of our many phone calls, and I made the statement, and it still rings true. And that Deion, what he's saying, rings true in every aspect of what I said to you. And I said the common denominator of Black men and their life expectancy is Black men. We are the cause of it. It's not racism. It's not socialism. It's not all the other isms out there. We are the common denominator in all of that. So we are killing ourselves because we don't get checked out. Like I said earlier, we spend so much other time doing other things, and we clearly got the time to learn about blood pressure and diabetes, the A1Cs, and all the other stuff that's affecting our health. So that immediately, when I saw that, that's what I thought about. I thought about what he said. I thought about he was the number one cause of it because he didn't go get checked out, and that's just what it is. We don't get checked out, and that kind of stuff would be a different gathering if it's not being checked out in time. So that's my immediate response to that. It's like, he's he was responsible for that, just like I was responsible. I was responsible for not getting my blood pressure checked. I believe there was a time when you told me, I think it was some astronomical number.
It was like 220 over one something. And I'm like, how is I'm a whole nurse right here. How does my dad have this blood pressure?
Yeah, and they say it's a silent killer. That's they say it's a silent killer, but it's loud if you're getting checked out. It's loud because your nurse or your doctor, whoever is seeing that, or even yourself, if you're checking that out, that's really loud. There's something going on here. So it is a silent killer by way of you not being checked out and you just going by your way. Because I was telling you at the time, I feel fine.
Yeah.
And I would go so far as, if you feeling fine right now, you might need to go to the doctor. You feeling right now watching this thing right here saying, I'm glad I don't have that, you need to get your ass to the doctor. I mean, that's just what that is, being real, because that's the situation that I was headed down. It's headed down that road. And we see all our friends. I have so many friends in the biker community, and I'm seeing a get well soon or a gone too soon post every 5 minutes, it seemed like. Same stuff, young guys, same preventable things.
Yeah.
It's different from having dying from stuff that may be something that something that may be hereditary or something like that.
Yeah.
Something totally different, but this is preventable stuff. One of the most easiest preventable situations, because you don't get checked out. So with that being said, it's your fault. It's your fault. You're sitting here with all this health insurance and not even using it. It's crazy.
Premiums, paying them premiums every 2 weeks, not using it. And that's good, Dad, like what you said too about it being preventable. I don't think people understand. sometimes that there are certain diseases that we are dying from that are literally preventable. High blood pressure, top of the list. Preventable. What do we mean by preventable? That means you don't have to live with this disease. That means if you have a certain lifestyle, you can actually conquer this disease. I can't tell you how many people that I've seen just in my own career who they walk in and say, well, my blood pressure is just like this. I just live at 180 over 100. And I'm looking at them saying, you don't have to have that. That is preventable. Diabetes, preventable. High cholesterol, preventable. There are some things we have that we can't prevent. Someone's born with sickle cell, can't do anything about it. Asthma, okay, I don't really know how you can prevent from having it. You know, some of these things are genetic. Some cancers you get, you know, it's just genetic. But high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, all these things.
Being fat. In fact, like I said, you know, I tell everybody, like, I get a lot of flack. You know, I don't know, I put a video up the other day, man. I saw myself at about it was me at about 20 years ago at 215, and I'm 210 now. I'm roughly the same size. Never got on the skinny back then, but now being older, I'm getting these comments about being skinny. But you know, that overweight does play a part in a lot of it. Most of us, we gain that weight, especially after 30 when that onset catches you. And then now
I'm
you
about
know,
that 30.
you was 120 pounds all your life. Now you're 300.
Mm-hmm.
That's a personal deal. I don't know if there's medical evidence that backs that up.
Obesity, yeah, it is like I always say, this is a chronic disease. We know that. The world, I understand, doesn't treat it as such, but it is a chronic disease. And some people can have genetic modifications or genetic issues that cause their weight to be high. But a lot of it is an adaptation that your body has. You just have this from lifestyle. You may have a genetic predisposition to developing developing obesity. I'm sorry, but I mean, we know that there's something wrong in the body. The hormones are off. There's a lot of underlying pathology that goes into having this excess weight. But something you said, I can feel when I have this weight, like I know the difference. And we know in research, just a 5 or 10 pound weight loss can significantly affect your blood pressure. Keeping your weight at a point that's healthy for you is going to be healthy for your body in the long run. And those preventable diseases won't creep up. That high blood pressure, no doubt, you losing the weight played a big role in you basically getting off the medication, you know, and, you know, being healthy and all those things. So, yeah, one of the last questions I guess I'll ask you in this podcast is thinking about preventative care. Well, I guess what I really want to ask you is,
You put the paper down. You put this paper. When y'all see her put this paper down, it might get real.
I have so many sometimes Black men that come in the office like for primary care and for checkup, but sometimes they don't believe what I'm telling them. Like I may say that the A1C is your A1C is high, you've got diabetes. You know, I have had some people flat out and say, no, I don't have that. And even though I'm showing them the numbers right in front of their face. And I guess I just wonder if there's this sort of fear that's there. And perhaps there's a fear with knowing what the diagnosis is. Perhaps there is a fear of just the medical community in general. And sometimes I just wonder, like, what's going on? Sometimes I get a lot of that pushback, even from the African American community and some men. And I don't know. If you, just me telling you that, like, what do you think
Well,
if you can provide insight on it?
Well, the biggest thing that I think that might be the hardest thing, and probably just going back to my experience when you were freaking out
Mm-hmm.
about my blood pressure, is how I was feeling at the time. You know,
Oh,
me
yeah.
personally feeling something, and it's hard to tell somebody that they're in pain when they don't feel any, and it's hard to tell them what you know, a catastrophic event could be possibly looming or is developing, and they feel just fine. And that's kind of like it is with the high blood pressure or heart. You don't, you know, if your heart not hurting, you don't feel like you're having a heart attack. And I think you having you're going in, you maybe feel out of breath or something like that. But when you're
Mm-hmm.
not hurting and you're feeling just fine, And it's just hard to convince people of something that they can't see or touch. And
Mm.
that's like, that's what I get out of it, because even in just in general, and when you look at social media now, some people will go in and believe what someone else says rather than their own experience.
Mm.
And that's just crazy to me. It is crazy. I have this big, we already know being black, one of the things that they talk about is our schools. And from my experience, what I've experienced with schools, with educating our children, is that it's I believe that you can take the best students, not the best students, but the best teachers, the program, everything. You can take them straight out. Let's just say Plano or Highland Park, a suburb of Dallas up north. You can take all of those teachers, that entire system, and even entire school, and drop that school inside a lower income area or just the area that's performing the least. You can drop that school there and send those kids there, and those kids are going to have the same test scores. It is not
Mm.
going to change because what's happening is you have a demographic of people educated, they're making money where education is on the forefront. The parents, they're all living together.
Mm-hmm.
They all live, the houses are expensive. It's all those
Mm-hmm.
parents living there with the same ideology. They're expecting a certain type of performance from their children when they go to school. It's the parents.
Yeah.
It's not the school. They can teach the exact same thing. So the parents are the key to it, in my opinion. So
Mm-hmm.
with that being said, you have some people who've gone to school in the black community. The parents have gone. They've gone to HBCU. They've gone to all this black stuff and come out just fine. But when they get out and they feel like they're doing it in life, all of a sudden, a black neighborhood or black school is not good enough for them, even
Mm-hmm.
though they went through all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So their own life experience, they're not even going off their
Yeah.
own life experience. So when it relates to black men in particular, how many experiences of our friends dying we have to have
Ooh.
before we go ahead and just wait a minute. Because at this point, it's like I'm just waiting my turn. How many of us have to die? The experience we have. So when you go and they see you and they're telling you and the doctor is telling you, hey, you got this, that, and the other. Your recollection should go back to the Facebook post that you probably
Mm-hmm.
read when you came in there. Your friend just died.
Yeah.
Your friends and your all these people that are getting to this age and they're dropping like flies, and you're not going to take that. You just experienced that, so we have to at least take your experiences in consideration when you go to the hospital. It's not nobody's telling you this for to get money out of you. I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
save your life. And
Yeah.
that's what you should do.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, I can't say it any better than that. It's like, just look at the people around. Unfortunately, we're dying earlier too. I guess I'll also mention too John Singleton. He's responsible for what Boys in the Hood, Baby Boy. I think he did Higher Learning. His family came out when he died. He died of a stroke a few years ago. Age 51, African American, said that he silently struggled with high blood pressure his whole life, just never got it under control. So here you have this man with this great success. He's responsible for like the black culture of film and our generations, and he's gone. How many more films could he have produced? Like you can kind of feel it's missing. We don't have movies like that anymore. And it's because, we're losing people, these great minds, these great pillars in our community early because of something preventable. So I just hope this, makes a
Yeah.
difference, Dad. I really do.
Like I said, if we just get one person that go in and this is almost like I like they talk about karma. The thing about karma is that you never there to see you get your revenge or
Yeah.
anything like that. But it's some things like this. You get in and you'll never know. Somebody will see something that you or hear something that you said that'll make them to go and do something. When you are speaking it, and sometimes it doesn't fall on deaf ear. It just be
Mm-hmm.
one person just walking by probably heard what you said and say, "Hey, let me go ahead and do this," and you can save a life like that. When you're talking about a life being saved, you've been affecting so many lives. I know if I die, I got grandbabies, I got sisters, brother. You know, it's so much family. It's so much other people being affected by your death, and you know that. So my whole deal is, guys, do like Deion said. Let's go get this stuff under control and
Get your checkup.
get your checkup. And yeah, I am hard on. I don't. I know in society you can't even say certain things. Now having a platform where I have a lot of, I've got monetized on some of my platforms. I got monetized, so they watch you and they watch what you say and they censor you.
Yeah.
And I remember one time I saw a little puppy. It was this little cuddly little puppy that had just finished drinking a lot of milk. And it could barely move because it was full. And I just made a statement up under the caption, up under the message that the puppy was fat full. Fat full. And here I got with a community strike. Like, this right here, you use, because I used the word fat. That's the only thing it could have been. I used the word fat.
Yeah,
You
that's
can't
like
even
a
say the word fat. So all this body shaming and all, they need to bring body shaming back. They really should. They need to bring it back because it's like it's going, wait a minute. I can say, I can't say fat, but I can say, oh, somebody dead. Say that all day long, no flag. But I call you fat, it's a problem. So yeah, and I did tell somebody jokingly, like, I lost a lot of weight and now I'm calling people I'm calling y'all fat. Because see, I used to be fat. I was big. Ain't nobody telling me.
You had obesity, Dad. This is a chronic disease.
Fat.
I'm sorry.
So now we're gonna probably have to put a buzz on here, right? You can't because you can't say it because
we're gonna have to just blurb it out every time you say it.
Can't even say fat.
There's more editing, more editing, Dad. Every time we're gonna have to just blurb it out. So if y'all see all these little, silences, that's because we have to. This will never reach you because we're talking about this.
And then you know what? We like to try to use different words for a lot of stuff that we use. Like we use ninja in place for another word.
Yep.
And AI, they not AI knows it too. They know that too. They know ninja is so you still get a strike. I can't even say ninja. I got to come up with And after a while, you got to keep coming up with new words because everybody is so sensitive. I understand about the ninja word, but but the fat.
They can't even say dead anymore because if you look, people are saying unalived them.
Yeah, alive. Can't say, got to say pew pew and all this other stuff. And next when you put pew pew, it's going to be violation. But you know what? That's really a problem because that's making us real comfortable. It's making us comfortable. It kind of reminds me of the O.J. Simpson trial to where Johnny Cochran, he showed those graphic photos so much to where people just got, it was
desensitized.
Totally desensitized. So that's how it's came because we went from Lucy and Ricky Ricardo having separate beds to two, I don't know what's the word, same gender people in the bed together. That's how far we've come.
The generations, and things have changed.
Eroding our perception. But come on now, can we leave health out of it? Can we not erode our health? Because like I said in the beginning of this podcast, in general, before the 70 is the age where you can get your full retirement, if you wait to age 70. And most Black men die before that. So that means we are working for everybody else. That is crazy.
It's devastating too. Yes. I mean, because we need y'all around.
Yes.
And the loss of wealth, the loss of that, we're losing a lot. It's not just losing the presence, you're losing wealth. You're losing a lot just by getting that life cut off short.
Yes.
And so, like I say, Dad, you owe it to us to take care of yourself because we need you. You owe it to us.
Try to do it.
If it's not for you, for my grandboys who absolutely adore you, like, we want you to be around as long as possible. And I'm sure every daughter watching this, every mom, every wife, I got my husband back here behind on the camera, married 15 years. Whoever, we as women want to tell the guys in our life, the men in our life, we need you around. And you owe it to us. If you don't want to do it for yourself, that's fine. But you got to do it for the people that's dependent on you.
Yeah.
Right? So That was fun, Dad.
It was
That
great.
was fun. We got the first one down in the wraps. I want you guys to like this video, share this video. We're going to be coming with more information, more specific information about things you need to know about your health. So subscribe to this video, please. Please subscribe to this video. Like this video, share it, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
All right.
Good job, Dad. Good job, Dad. Good job.
That's it.
That was good. That was good.